Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 12th of June, 2018. As you start 5, let's go ahead and get 5 going. Alright, there you go. Start to your morning. Hopefully, a start to your new life if you choose it. Like I said, I'm just getting your idle started in the morning. I want you to do a little bit of exercise, get your heart rate up. Like I said, get your idle up for the day. Because if you do something like that and you eat right, it'll make sure that you're thinking right and you'll enjoy your life. Alright, so what's going on today? Well, see, let me tell you a little bit about depression. Depression flips the world upside down for you. Who you believe is God is not God. It is the other guy because your world's flipped upside down. Everything you think of is negative. You'll go outside and you'll see the grass and be like, oh, I'm allergic to grass. You'll see a tree and it's like, oh man, I might hit that tree. You'll see a car and you're like, oh man, I might get in an accident. Everything you think of is negative. Negative thoughts come to your mind first. Every time, if you see water, oh, that water is probably cold. Oh, I could drown that. Oh. That's how depression works. See, when you're happy, you look at things completely differently. You look at the grass, you're like, ooh, that's a beautiful, look at how green that is. That is beautiful. It looks like a carpet. It looks amazing. You see a tree, you're like, oh, look at the size of that trunk. That is a big tree. Look at those beautiful leaves. Look at all the oxygen that tree puts off. You see the water, you're like, oh, man, I bet there's fish in there. I can get some fish for me to eat. See, that's how depression and happiness work, and how they're different. Is when you're depressed, everything is bad for you. You see all the negative things that can come from it. But when you're not depressed, you see all the positive things that can come from things. That's what they mean when they tell you that it's not a chemical imbalance. It's the way you think. It's how you think. That's literally true. You have to change your thought patterns, and that's what medicine, when you're depressed, is meant to do. It's meant to disrupt your thought patterns so you can develop new ones. You're not supposed to stay on medications forever. I was on medication for like 7 years, and I got physically addicted to it. The medications had actually become what depressed me, and that's what it'll do. Depression is about not knowing why you're here. That's one of the reasons that people need God and religion, is they need a reason and a purpose for being here. Because if there's no reason, no purpose, if it's just science, then there's nothing really to worry about bad. You would be able to do anything bad and not fear any consequences if there wasn't a God. And if you look at it, do you really think we would just randomly appear in the universe and then just vanish back out? I mean, something had to create us. Thought, the way we have feelings, everything that we do as a human had to have been put there a certain way. God had to have done that. It's almost impossible to think that there isn't a God. That this all just developed from whatnot. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm getting off track. But it's the way you think. And my little brother, I have a little brother who is severely depressed. And since I was depressed and I came out of my depression, we were depressed together, and I've gotten happy, he thinks there's something wrong with me. But there's nothing wrong with me. It's that there's something wrong with him and the rest of my family. And he thinks because he's surrounded by my family, who's also depressed, that there's something wrong with me. He doesn't look at what he does. He just posted a day ago a video of him loading a pistol. What does he need to be doing that for? He's got a wife and a child in the house. He should not be playing with guns like they're toys. He should not have a gun because he is severely depressed. My little brother keeps telling me he wants to help me, but he's illogical. He's backwards. Every time he tries to help me, he tries to hurt me. And that makes me fearful of him. I won't go around him because of this. Because of things like that, where he's posting a video of him loading a gun. He has another video of him playing with nunchucks. Everything he does is violent. It takes away from life, and he doesn't realize this. He thinks he's doing good. He'll use the Bible and he'll throw scripture at people telling them they're not supposed to do this. You can't do this. You're not supposed to do this. Look at this. And you tell him what he's doing wrong, and it doesn't apply to him. He's above the Bible. But that's what it is he's above the Bible. He's severely depressed and delusional. He thinks he knows where Jesus' tomb is on a mountain. Using Google, he found Jesus' tomb on some mountain using Google. He also knows God told him what Noah from the Bible, what Noah's birthday is, and that it has some sort of significance. It doesn't. He's got his own website, birthofnoah.com, where he tries to use math from the Bible to explain all this. Which, if you're using math from the Bible, that's sacrilege. You're looking for a back door into heaven with that. That's what you're trying to do. No one should be using the math of the Bible, trying to look for hidden meanings and things like that, because that's sacrilege. The Bible is right there. Bold face. It tells you everything straight up right in front. But he doesn't see this as sacrilege. He doesn't see it as illogical. He thinks what he's doing is perfectly fine. He thinks he's doing God's work. And he doesn't realize who he believes is God is actually the other guy. Because God would never allow you to play with guns, because God doesn't like violence. Thou shalt not kill is the most important of commandments. But here he is with a gun, loading it, trying to intimidate me from making these videos. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know if I should call the police on him, because I'm afraid that if the police show up, he might start shooting at them. Because he's completely illogical. He's a danger to society, in my opinion. And I want him to realize this and turn himself in so he can get some help. Because that's what he needs. Alright, I'm sorry to be so serious, but I just was notified that my little brother made this video, and he needs to get help. Because no man of God needs a gun. Alright, you have a great one. Enjoy your day.